everyone, welcome back to Blue Fury Designs. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. On eBay I came across these bootleg Jurassic Park 3 dinosaurs, and they had this one in particular, which was the old sculpt of the Hasbro Spinosaurus, which is one of my favorite Hasbro sculpts. So in the past I already did a repaint of an actual original figure from Hasbro, and his original Spinosaurus, and I decided to repaint this to look like the CamoXtreme Spinosaurus, which I'm happy with how it turned out, but these guys still don't like to stand, so I'm gonna have to prop them up against the wall, as you can see. And I also repainted their Aqua Spinosaurus to look like the canceled Desert Spinosaurus deco that was supposed to be in the CamoXtreme line. So we're just going to set him back here. So a really strange thing about this bootleg is that not only is it a direct ripoff, but it also has screw holes, which looks like a hunter went on a safari and just decided to try to hunt a Spinosaurus. So this figure also has articulation in the arms and legs, and it has a really weird feature that when you press the mouth, is that? I mean, it sounds like a cow mowing the lawn. It's really weird, and speaking of which, that paint job looks really weird. It looks like a cow. Anyway, here's the Hasbro Jurassic World sculpt, and this is actually the deco I want to use. This figure sadly suffers from bullet holes too, so, but I still really like this sculpt. It's really tiny, like it can fit in your pocket. And I just think it's really cute. A lot of people don't like these figures, but I personally find them really charming, even though they're not the best sculpts out there. So this guy also sadly suffers from unbalance, so he can't stand that well either. So thankfully I was able to prop him up in the background. And then I have a little hatchling from Jurassic Park, which looks really similar as far as the paint goes, so I think they go really nicely together, so I'm just gonna pop him in the background. So now we can get started with the custom, but first we have to take care of this hideous noise that it keeps making, because I just don't want to bump the jaw and have it go off and sound really weird. So let's get that taken care of really quick. So here we are, and I got rid of the sound system. I have the sound chip right here. I just ended up taking the figure apart and cutting it out, but I made it so that the eyes can still light up because I personally like that feature, so I think it makes it really cool and unique. So now we get to work on filling in the holes with Milliput. So I'm gonna cover the screw holes as well as the holes on the side of the body for the audio, which can be removed now. So I'm just gonna grab my sculpting tool and just push some Milliput in the holes. So after the Milliput is all pushed in, I'm just gonna take my tool and sculpt in some of the missing scale work so that it looks seamless and doesn't look like weird random smooth parts all over the skin. So here we are with the Milliput all cured up. Now we can start painting this guy. So first I'm gonna add a prime coat of black. This will give me a clean surface to work on as well as help the paint stick. So the CamoXtreme series is really cool. My favorite is the Jungle Spinosaurus, of course, and the cool thing about the Jungle Spinosaurus is that it looks like the body had some dry brushing, so I'm just gonna start with black, and then with the blue I'm gonna dry brush that on to kind of help it fit into the CamoXtreme line more. So I'm just gonna start dry brushing lightly on it and slowly increase the coverage. So after that, I am now gonna add a little bit of purple. Now I know the Jurassic World Spinosaurus doesn't have any purple on it, but I'm just actually gonna take the purple and paint a little bit of a line across the body where the red and blue would meet. Whoop, he just toppled over. Very unstable this bootleg is, so I'm gonna have to find a way to balance him. But anyways, so here I am going in with the purple, and I'm just gonna gently dry brush a purple stripe from the back of the head down to the tip of the tail, and I'm gonna go very light so that you can barely see it, and when we put the red on, it will merge really nicely and it'll just look more satisfying and clean overall. So after that, we will start with adding some cool bright red to this guy. So now we get to add that vibrant shade of Fire Engine Red, and the thing is here, what I want to do is make it look very bright. This red is kind of watered down, so I'm going to have to do a few coats of paint in order to make it a very vibrant red. So I'm basically just gonna get in the cracks with the red on the sail, and then I'm gonna try my best to blend it into the purple. So after the red's done and it's nice and vibrant, I'm gonna go in with some brown and paint the feet. So the thing with the original Jurassic World Spinosaurus is that for this particular wave, they had some metallic paints, and the CamoXtreme line never had any metallic paint to my knowledge, so I'm just gonna keep this paint matte so that it can look as if it could be a part of the CamoXtreme line. So now here's the fun part, but we have to be very patient because we are doing the stripes and the patterns that are in black across the figure. So the Spino has this, it's almost like a mask covering the eyes. So after that, I'm just gonna start painting the stripes down the back of the neck, tail, and even the sail. So if you end up doing a repaint like this, yours doesn't have to look exactly like mine. You can make yours unique by painting the stripes however you like. So now that the stripes are done, you can see that I took some creative liberties and painted the top ruffles of the sail, I painted the claws, and even added a stripe behind the eyes. So now what we're gonna do is paint up the dino damage. This bootleg didn't have the dino damage painted in, but as you can see, it is there. They didn't remove it from the sculpt. So we're just gonna take the red and try to define where the muscle and the rib cage is. So I'm just gonna go in with my sculpting tool, which has a very, very fine tip. I'm gonna dip the red, and I'm gonna try to find all the muscle definition. So now that the muscle is all painted up, we can now go in with some bone color and paint the rib cage. So I'm not going to show it here because it'll take a while, so I'm going to paint the tongue and the teeth and even a Jurassic Park 3 logo on the left leg. And after that, the sky is all painted up and done, except for a little bit of Mod Podge to seal them up. And after that, this guy is all good to go, and I will now take some pictures of him to show you how he turned out. So what do you guys think? I personally really like it because I've been wanting to do this project for a very long time. I always wondered what the Hasbro Jurassic World Spino Deco would look like on one of their older sculpts, and we get to see all three of them here. We have the little Jurassic Park hatchling, the Jurassic World Spinosaurus, and then we have the repainted Bootleg, and they all go really nicely together. So here we have the Bootleg next to the repainted CamoXtreme variants that I did, as well as my collection. So what do you guys think of this? Do you like it? And would you like to see more repaints like this made from bootlegs? I personally had a lot of fun, and if you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.